My name is Aaron Wheels Fotheringham. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, and I ride WCMX, wheelchair motocross. When I was a kid, I always dreamed about being a pro skater or a pro BMX rider. And I just loved watching X Games and watching all the pros. And I was born with spina bifida. It's a birth defect. And, it gave me a different set of wheels to try and make it happen. For the tallest wheelchair quarter pipe drop-in, that one was pretty scary. I get up there and I'm just like, feel like I'm on top of the world. It's scary because you're looking over the edge and it looks like you're gonna drop all the way to the bottom. I just wheeled over the edge and just did a free fall. First time I ever dropped into a skate park, I was there with my older brother and my dad. And my older brother was a BMX rider at the time, and he kind of helped pump me up. Finally dropped in, and the first couple times didn't work, but eventually I rolled away from it, and from that point I was just completely hooked. For the furthest wheelchair distance jump, that one just worked perfectly. First try I was able to clear the ramp, and then was going for the tallest wheelchair hand plant and didn't manage to get that. One of the things that motivates me to keep going is the feeling I get when I succeed at something, especially something I've tried for a very long time. That just kind of showed me I thought that was impossible, but I was able to make it happen. I was able to hurry up and get back to the top and then go for it again. I was able to get a little bit further, I believe, on my distance jump, which is always good. And then was able to pull off the hand plant right after. And just to be able to complete those 2 records in one jump, that was the goal. Believe it or not, when I got dressed this morning, these clothes didn't have all these holes. Some road rash right there. I tore up my sleeves right there, and I ended up bending my wheelchair and gonna have to do some repairs on that, but we're here. We're alive, we're good. I'm just super pumped we made it happen, and pumped Guinness World Records was able to come out and make it official.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations. Very special record, that one. Congratulations, Aaron. You are officially amazing.
It's a cool feeling to be in a position where kids and adults look up to me, kind of show people that a wheelchair is a bit more than just a medical device. It's actually a tool to help you succeed, and that's been really cool.
Making that a new Guinness World Records.
I'm Martin Tye, and today I will be attempting the Guinness World Record title for a seated deadlift of 505 kilos. I was active as a child, did a lot of canoeing and stuff, and then I joined the army. I boxed for the army for a couple of years. Wasn't particularly good, but I did it anyway. We were in a convoy, I was the commander of my vehicle. We drove around the corner and a suicide bomber drove into the back of my vehicle and detonated. Yeah, so I got metalwork in both my knees, in my shoulder. I can't feel, got no sensation from my knees down. Got a blasting injury to my lungs, and through all the operations and stuff that I've had, I've now got arthritis in my knees as well. And then when I was injured, I went through a 3-year patch of not really doing much. I was diagnosed with PTSD after what happened. It was quite a natural thing in what I was doing, and it was actually only sport that started to help me, and especially disabled strongman. That's what's really given me the last few years, and the confidence has just come back massively. And it was through the Invictus Games, so it was on TV, and I was, giving it the big one. Oh, I could do that, I could do that. He says, why don't you do it? I said, oh, well, I'm a bit busy. Yeah, so then I got an email through saying, you've signed up, you've been accepted, and I was like, whoa, what's going on here? I
told him on the phone because I was too scared to go home and tell him. So I told him when I was on my lunch break, just explained, it sort of started off with, don't be mad, I've done this for, got the best intentions, and I think he thought a lot worse of what I was going to say. So there was a bit of a period of silence, but then he was more than happy with what I'd done.
That was a massive step, and for her to do that, it's helped me out. I can't even put into words how much it's helped me mentally and physically. Some people like to get really angry and use aggression. I'm kind of don't do that in my prep. I kind of go away to my own little place in my head. I visualise the lift, how I'm going to lift it. I tell myself that it's light. I've got this. I know I've got this, and just go. Obviously, you're still very nervous about it. Once I had my hands on the bar, I knew it was going up.
This is an official title attempt.
Ready, lift!
The bar had 505 kilograms, making that a new Guinness World Records.
One thing that's came out of this, which is people quite often say you're an inspiration. I don't feel I'm an inspiration, but if I can get more people out of the seats doing sport, I know it's going to help them physically, mentally.
My name is Tameru Zegeye. I'm from Ethiopia, but now I'm living in Germany. I have a Guinness World Record. This record is walking 100 meters on crunches in 57 seconds. I'm a disabled person, so for the first time I tried to make handstand, on crunches, but it is very difficult. And I tried so many times and I fell down, so many times fell down. So now I have got it. I feel really very, very happy, because I'm one of the Guinness World Record holders. So I'm very happy. I'm unique. So this is my unique talent. My leg is useless actually, but everything is possible, All handicapped people or normal people, they must use what they have. Impossible is reject and possible is, good. So that's the meaning of the Guinness World Record holders.
I've been volunteering to help open Bionics for about 2 years. When I started testing the first Bionic hands that came out, a lot of DSX fans were messaging Open Bionics and saying, you guys have got to do a collaboration. And I was thinking, that will never happen. And 2 years later, here I am. As you can see, the arm itself is very, very similar. It's just been grabbed out of a video again and gone whack. Here it is in real life. It's insane. Absolutely crazy. You can do your natural everyday kind of stuff, but it can't punch through walls and it doesn't have a nano blade or a taser. I mean, I like those things, but it's also health and safety and also try not to hurt anybody at the same time. So in regards to that, it's very close to the real thing, just without all the weapons really. So for me personally, it took about 10 minutes to pick up the functions of the arm, so the arm muscles like open and close. But I think it's all about how enthusiastic you are about it. This one is customized, so it just fits my arm. To make it open and close and whatnot, all you have to do is just how you would tense your normal muscles up and down is how I'm able to open and close it. I'm hoping to go to more cosplay events with the arm, because when I've been to E3 and Gamescom and some other ones, people have generally thought it was cosplay, and not only, being cosplay is great, but also people just thought it was a cosplay piece. It wasn't actually something functional for me to wear. People generally think that my arm's actually in this. They're like, oh, that's a great glove. I'm just like, this isn't a glove, this is a prosthetic. This is also real life. I'm able to use this in my real life as well. It's just life-changing. The positive attitude you get from cosplayers as well is just, they're like, no way, I wish I could have that kind of arm. Of course, you need one. In the next few years, kids and people my age, adults alike as well, it'll be like a piece of clothing. You won't just be like, oh, I have to wear the only arm. You're like, nope, this time I want to wear a blue arm. Today I want to wear a Star Wars one, or I want to wear the Adam Jensen arm. It's just incredible.
Lower limbs move a millimetre or so my arms move enough to operate a joystick or mouse. I struggle with that now. My voice is not understandable to most. Only my wife Liz and one of my carers can understand me. Communication is possible through a communication device which has my own voice on. Inspirational is a word that gets used a lot, although I don't like the term because I'm just doing what I think is the right thing for my family, and wouldn't any parent try to make the best of it for their children's sake? My wife Liz thinks I'm slightly balmy for doing it, although she is 100% behind me.
He's the most amazing dad in the world. I am really proud of my dad for doing the world record and raising money for charity.
Too many people are losing loved ones to this disease like myself. Through the efforts of a few, many hopefully learn about this devastating illness. I personally would like to carry on the project and try to better my goals and keep the challenge alive.
My name is Rocky Stoutenberg, aka Rocky No Hands, and I hold multiple gaming records. My early childhood, I did a whole lot of outside activities, sports like hockey, dirt biking, and I played a lot of video games with my brother. In 2006, I got dropped on my head and broke my neck at my C3, C4. And after that, I was paralyzed from the neck down. Afterwards, for me, the future seemed bleak. I lost a lot of friends, spent a lot of time alone doing nothing, watching TV. I lost my hockey team and just did a whole lot of nothing by myself.
It's like, oh, that's Rocky, he broke another bone, he'll be all right. But then once it became a reality, it was like, it hit the family hard. But we all rallied behind him and supported him from day one till now.
I got back into gaming a few years after my incident. My brother, I used to watch him play just on my TV, and he found something on the internet called the quad stick and asked me if I wanted to try it, and at first I really didn't want to.
He was like, no, I'll probably suck, and I was like, screw it, let's just get it. And then he got it. He did suck at first.
At first I wasn't very keen at using the quad stick just because I'm really competitive, and I didn't really want to play a game to lose all the time. For a while, I just thought, you know, let me just practice real hard with it and see what I could do.
Oh my, I just killed 5 people.
My Guinness World Records title is the most victory royales in Fortnite using a quad stick, and the total is 508 wins. I achieved it through a lot of hard work, hours and hours, and a lot of good teammates helped me on the way. And practice, a lot of practice.
Later. Bing, bang, boom.
It was unreal. It didn't look like any gameplay I've ever seen him play before. Like the way he was crouching, picking shots, he was landing shots on everyone. Like, it was amazing. If someone's to watch and he didn't have a camera, they wouldn't be able to tell if he was playing with the quad stick or playing with his hands.
My Guinness World Records title is the most eliminations in a Fortnite battle royale using a quad stick, and the record was 11 kills. But this record right here is probably even more ridiculous than the other one because I did that all, literally all on my own.
I think it's unreal. Still being able to crush goals like he used to when he was like in hockey and stuff. Like it just proves that he can do things almost like damn near the same as anybody else. Like he beats me all the time. And I game 8 hours a day and he still like beats my records. Like, and I'm, as he would say, a hander.
The quad stick works actually fairly simple. It's just one joystick with a side tube and 3 center tubes on the analog and a lip switch at the bottom. And you just sip or puff in one of the 4 holes and move the analog or press on the lip switch. People who think that their disability is going to prevent them from achieving something, just look at me. I'm playing video games with my mouth, getting world records. If I can do something like that, then I'm sure if you try hard enough, whatever your goal is, you know, you can't be that far off from achieving it.
My name's Joshua Landmann, from Blackpool. My record title is fastest marathon in a non-racing wheelchair. And my record breaking time was 3 hours, 18 minutes, 59 seconds. Being part of the Paralympic GB team in para-triathlon is my goal.
Athlete's mindset. Josh is one of those people that you can kind of see how much training and these goals mean to him. I think his current results speak for themselves, really, and obviously with him hitting a Guinness World Record in the London Marathon, it's obviously a huge positive, a huge confidence boost as well for him. In terms of Josh making a team for the Paralympics in Japan, huge chance, definitely got a chance.
At school, Josh was very sporty. He played high-level school sport, rugby and hockey and cricket, a bit of football.
I broke my neck. I broke my neck at C6, C7, and I've got diagnosed paralysis or incomplete paralysis from T8, which is just below my chest. It happened over 5 years ago now. I was in Ibiza with some friends, and it was just one of those moments. I dived into a pool and hit my head. A lot of people kind of, when I say I've been in Ibiza with my friends, so you were drunk, etc. But I was like completely sober. It's just one of them things. It could have happened any time from previous rugby games, etc. Whatever, but it just happened to be that moment.
The way he's handled the accident and the aftermath of that, and got into his recovery through the surgery and hospital and following coming out of hospital, the strength he's shown is something I'd not seen from him before. His life is just taking a different path, and you know he's just making the absolute most of the opportunities, the different doors that are opening for him, and yeah, just right behind him, and so proud of him.
After my accident, I still had quite a bit I knew I still had some competitive edge in me, but it was just trying to find that sport that gave me that competitive edge. The clip that went viral within Tough Mudder was very unexpected.
I wasn't even going to be doing it until the Thursday when one of his pal dropped out, and it was, Dad, you're coming with me.
I mean, I'd just literally kind of gone there again to like raise some money and just challenge myself a little bit. But I had no idea someone was filming us on that Everest. It was only until I showered, changed, got in the car and on the way home, and there was like, God knows how many views on this one video, mates commenting, tagging me, sending me the video and stuff like that, and then like overnight it just kind of blew up and eventually started to hit all the million views and everything. So full Paralympic or para-triathlon, the distances are 750 metre swim, 20 kilometre bike, and a 5k racing wheelchair. This is my daily wheelchair, the wheelchair that I use for the marathon, and these two, this is my hand cycle, which we use for the bike part of the triathlon, and this is the racing wheelchair, which I use for the run part of the triathlon. Apart from Paralympics as a target, I'm definitely interested in doing kind of more coaching stuff, kids with disabilities that might not know what they want to do with their lives, what it might hold for them, what sports are accessible to them. The whole idea of me breaking this record was for people to know about the record, and for if someone's not an elite athlete, or if they just go to the gym, or even if they don't go to the gym, it's something that they've got something to train for. Yeah, that's kind of like the main reason why I did it.
My name is Schwan Park. I am Max's father.
I am Mickey Park. I'm Max Park's mother.
Their competitiveness is fierce. I mean, fierce, fierce. I mean, you can put it up against any sports athlete. You can see that they're cut from the same cloth, that they have this really fierce competitive strive to be number one. Originally, we never started cubing because of cubing. We started cubing because of Max's autism. You're really primarily working on one thing, which is a socialization. And in order to do some socialization, you need somebody around to socialize with. So we were going to go to the cubing competition to teach him how to stand in line and wait his turn and look directly at somebody and say, I'm ready, which is a big thing, looking at somebody and pointing and things like that. Really, him becoming good at cubing was just an afterthought. It actually wasn't even considered. It wasn't even important.
At the time, fine motor skill was not there, so he couldn't open the water bottles. And we had a Rubik's Cube around our house, and he kind of showing interest. So at the time, there was a YouTube video, so I learned first, and then I taught him, and the next day he was beating me.
What is it?
31 seconds.
One day, at his very second competition, he won, and we were pretty surprised. I mean, we thought they made a mistake because he was competing against kids that were like college graduates from MIT and Caltech, and here's this 10-year-old boy beating him, and we were thinking, I think that there's a mistake. But we never thought that it would take him so far up to the point now that, he's being sponsored. Yeah, he's getting world records. He's being sponsored to travel over the world, and this is just all new territory for his mother and me. The biggest thing we noticed about Max before he started cubing and after was the wanting to speak with somebody else. When he comes to these competitions, of course, he knows instinctively everybody's there because they all have the same interests. That has tremendously increased his awareness and his ability to speak with other people. When we went to the World Championship and Max won, and of course we were very, very proud of that. But the big success story for us was he did this thing where he got the certificate and he was looking at the people next to him and he was adjusting his certificate to be like everybody else, because that's something that we want as our autistic kids to do, is to reference somebody else. He's, me and Mickey are like, did you see him adjust his? Yeah, he adjusted this. He looked over there and he adjusted the certificate just like them, and so that was like the reward for us. So.
Hi, my name is Auldin Maxwell. I'm from Salmon, British Columbia, Canada, and I am 12 years old. I'm attempting to break the Guinness Book of World Records for most Jenga blocks stacked on one vertical Jenga block.
$691, $692, $693. Without touching the bottom at all, otherwise it would come crashing down probably. I like this. Your favorite book to read?
Yep. Favorite book. And not how old you with it.
It's an inside of it. And all your other books are used to stack up the video camera.
Okay.